life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way. And after all, if you do really like what you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is.
And to them, that meant keep your head down, do as little work as possible, and avoid punishment at all costs. And so at one point, I actually considered myself the king of remedial jobs, and I said it with pride. I was so excited. Every interview I went into, I would get the job. I would know that. And how did...
And here's 4 good words to take home. 1 is absorb. Develop the skill and the ability to absorb everything. Be like a sponge like you've been today. This has been a good, serious group. I appreciate that. Absorb everything you can. Absorb the sights and the sounds and the color. Guess what you're going to want to do? Go back home and invest this experience into other people's lives. And you can't invest it if you haven't got it. So I'm asking you to appreciate color. I'm asking you to appreciate the auditorium. I'm asking you to appreciate what's going on here. I'm asking you to appreciate each other.
In this very moment, all you have is all you need. What would you like to do? What do you believe you've been destined to do? Sometimes you've got to fall back into the dark room and focus on you have a date with destiny. You have unfinished business. It's time for you to go back to the drawing board with a new perspective if you can see it. You could have an I am clutch, I am the difference maker. I am the game changer, I must work out X amount of times a week. I must forgive, I must evolve, I must become, I must retain, I must grow, I must. With I must evolve, I must go to the next level, I must live in this type of house.
You can eventually turn it, you could eventually become a master of it. It's the only way to become a master of something, to be really with it. And then you'll be able to get a good fee for whatever it is. So don't worry too much. Somebody's interested in everything. And anything you can be interested in, you'll find others who are. But it's absolutely stupid to spend your time doing things you don't like in order to go on spending things you don't like and doing things you don't like.
Wake up from your dream and make your dream a reality. Wake up. Wake up and understand the significance of the purpose that you have within yourself. Understand that if it's something that you are truly ultimately seeking in your life.
I'm asking you to appreciate each other. Soak this all up. Soak it all up. It's called absorb, absorb, absorb. Then when you get back home, you can give out, give out, give out. And you'll have an extraordinary effect on the people that you reach out and touch. Here's the next one. Develop the ability to respond. Let people's problems get to you. Let people's problems touch your heart this year like never before. Be touched. Let life touch you. Don't let it kill you, but let it touch you.
Then you got to go after it. There are a lot of people that are sitting around waiting for something to happen. Now, what you going to do about it? How are you going to go about doing the things that are necessary to get you where you need to be in your life? Everybody has a dream. But how much are you applying to that dream? How far are you pushing that dream? When are you going to realize that the dream is not going to work by itself? You got to have the ability to rise up and push yourself and believe in yourself and make that dream a reality.
What's your why? If I don't give y'all nothing else, you better start that. What's your why? You know why I do what I do and I do it so passionately? Because my grandfather was a high school dropout. My father was a high school dropout. I was a high school dropout. And we about to break the cycle. I do what I do so my son won't have to go through what I went through. When I was at the football game, my old dude wasn't with me. I saw other kids with their father. I said, that'll never happen to me. I do what I do because my daughter says she's going to Harvard.
I must drive this type of car perspective is what changes the game. Stop complaining about the divorce. Stop complaining about those job loss. Are you going to complain in the face of conflict? Are you going to seize the opportunity? What if losing your job? What's the opportunity? What if the divorce is an opportunity? What if bankruptcy? It's an opportunity. What if the one you love was an opportunity for you to reconnect with somebody and forgive them? Something inside of you that's a snap. You got to get tired of being broke. I'm talking to that person who grew up without a father. I'm talking to that person that is acquainted with pain. I'm talking to that person that knows what it's like to come from nothing.
The problems that are out there, people struggling with their economy, struggling with their health, struggling with their future. I'm asking you to let that get around your heart. Let it do something to you. Don't go untouched. Don't go unmoved. When you walk out of here, open yourself up. Don't build up the walls. The same wall that keeps out disappointment keeps out happiness and opportunity. Take the walls down. Let yourself be touched by what's going on out there. Let sad things make you sad, as well as happy things make you happy.
Because I would look through the newspaper for jobs where I knew the person interviewing me would be less educated than I am. And those were the jobs that I actually went after. Now that's where I started. Now I'm going to tell you in a minute how I end up very, very, very far from there. But I want people to really think about that. When I left for college, my own mother, who had always been my biggest cheerleader, quietly assumed I was going to fail. She was one of those amazing moms. She kicked me out of the house. She forced me to go. She said, you've got to chase your dreams. You've got to do this. And then once I left, she spent every day after that trying to get me back. And I said, Mom, what gives here? You literally kicked me out of the nest when I'm 18 and then spend every day guilting me into coming home. Why just kick me out? Let's skip the middleman.
Let your heart get touched. Here's number 3. Develop the ability to reflect. Long after this session is over, I'm asking you to go back over it one more time. I'm asking you at the end of the day, go back over your day. I'm asking you at the end of the week, go back over your week. Make that week more valuable. At the end of the month, go back over your month. At the end of a conversation, go back over the conversation. How did it go and what did you do? Learn by reflecting. I call it run the tapes again of your own experiences.
You literally have nothing to lose, and the only thing that's in your hand is a dream. The only thing that's in your head is I have what it takes to get to the top of that hill. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. There will be many times in your life there will be depression, there will be anxiety, there will be oppression, there will be stress, there will be overwhelm. Will you buckle under the pressure or will you rise to the occasion? You are not dead, yet you may be tired. But you are not dead, you may be broken. But you are not dead, you may be weary. But you are not dead, you have...
And she said, I never wanted you to say what if, and I just assumed you would fail. And she said it with no malice. But I didn't display any signs of being able to accomplish. I had cheated my way through high school. I didn't take it seriously. So when I got to college, she just assumed that the big bad world would eat me up. But what she didn't understand was I knew one day I was going to be rich. Now, what I didn't know at that time is that my quest for money would take me to some amazing and interesting places. But first, I had to meet my version of the White Rabbit. If you know me, if you follow me socially or anything, you know that I'm obsessed with the Matrix. If you don't know that now, you will definitely know that by the end of this talk. And the reason I'm obsessed with the Matrix is it is the perfect metaphor for my life and I think for the lives of many people, and we'll get into the detail of exactly how that is. But these two guys that were successful entrepreneurs and bodybuilders happened to walk into a class when I was a teacher.
But it had to be this way. Even with the mistakes that you've made in your life, yet it had to be this way. But the mistakes that you have made, you've learned, you've grown, and you understood that you don't need to go back to that mistake again. And yes, sometimes you may make the same mistakes, but those mistakes can be even more crucial in your life. And this is why you must continue to push forward and get rid of the things that are not making you better. The battle continues. Carry on. Be productive. Be powerful. And from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business.
You got to make it up in your mind that all you have is all you need. I know it hasn't been easy. It's time to win. I know what it feels like to be broken. I know what it feels like to be homeless. I know what it feels like to be ignored. You made it into a place where you feel like nobody needs you. Nobody believes you. I know what it feels like for people to tell you to write the book, watch the course, and then when you do it, nobody invests in it. The hour is now. The game changes to emerge for the forgotten, for the rejected, for the ignored to come out of the ashes and into the light, out of obscurity.